Oh gosh.
and panic.
Well, the first time you gave me like a 10,
Oh.
9, 8, and then
Then
this
you
time you're
made
like,
fun
go.
of me for doing that.
I did. So you just went the complete opposite and gave me no heads
I'm
up.
like, go. And go.
Okay. Okay.
All right. So I'm kind of thinking about how do we want to ease into this? Is everybody, you guys just want to pick up, or is everybody good? Do you have any questions before we get started?
I don't have any questions. Okay.
Okay. I did want to review something that became clear to me listening and watching back, actually, when I was editing the video from the last one, which is that, Kitty, you were disguised as a drow, and I think you thought you were disguised as a drider.
Yes.
Yeah, so
I think I confuse them like I normally do.
Yeah, so Drider is the spider body, human and elf, dark elf torso.
That's what I thought I was.
No, yeah.
Son
you
of a.
Yeah. So I was wondering why you were like expecting certain things to work.
Yeah, I mean, other than my,
Your
my
normal
cockiness. Yeah.
Anyway, all's well that ends well. I will do a better job of making sure we all understand each other in the future. But I was a little bit like, oh, okay, I see why like the bluff thing happened. But
yeah, and that's, I think, I mean, I might have tried to go for that regardless, but like when I think a drow and drider are almost the same thing, because we went into a village that's near where they all live, and it's overseen by the queen in a way. So I think I interpreted it was just a city or a town of the spider beings, but it wasn't. It was like just dark elves who hadn't become driders yet.
Right, and their goal is definitely not to become driders. Like they're not.
Oh, I thought it was like an honor for them.
No, it's a horrible thing that can happen. What is wrong with you?
Sorry. I can't get my
think
computer to
the
work.
animosity between both, like, the drows have a chance to earn the favor, while the driders, they're punished for their failing that, and it's like drow coming in like, here's some prisoners, the drider's like, excuse me.
Yeah, I think that's a good analogy there, Tiffany. I think it's like being cursed, right? So if it's hard to think of an analogy, but like you've displeased your god, and so they curse you, and that's sort of what happens to the drow. So they become driders if they're cursed by Loth. So they're definitely not on friendly terms, but anyway, it all worked out. It's fine. What else we got? Anything? Katie, are you up to speed now? You good?
I can't get my computer to work.
What does that mean?
She's not in the game yet.
Yeah, my Chrome wasn't working, and so I was like, "Oh, I'll just close out of it," and then now I can't get back into my Chrome.
Ruh-roh. That's
I don't know
bad.
how to open it.
Oh well, no game tonight. See you guys next week.
No.
No, we can go without. I can.
Can't go without our cleric. We can also go without rogue.
Well, I'll be here.
Yeah.
So
We can't live without anybody.
Oh.
come on.
All right. Well, we will stand by a moment and wait for you.
Well, if you guys can just go.
Well, maybe we
Got
can.
it. I think I got it. I think I got it. Well, maybe. I've got it open again.
Victory is yours.
Maybe.
Okay. I will say this while Catwalk is fighting with her computer. So you guys have transported from the Drider Forest, which I'll ping for those of you who are in Roll20. Somewhere in this vicinity, right? Hoots was able to cast a teleportation circle, and you teleported to right here. We're using the word south, even though it's the Underdark. So whether or not there's actually a north, south, east, or west, who can say? But we're going to say just south of the village of Tulross. So Tulross is where Mad Max lives, where you did your shopping trip and all of that. So we will begin the game here at the place of power south of Tulroth. Okay? As a reminder, your teleportation circle can't plane shift. So you can only transport to places of power in the Underdark. You would have to go to the prime material plane via the methods you already know. And you don't know where this place of power would lead you if you were to leave from here back. So that's unclear. Any questions on that stuff?
Yeah, so you can only go to other places of power within this plane. So there are other places of power. It's not like it's just one per plane. And then how many spell slots is the transportation?
So when Hoots casts teleportation circle, that's 1/5 level spell.
Okay.
But when in the past, like to activate the mirror, or to activate the tunnel at the other one, that was 7 levels of spell slots total to activate those, and those are more like direct transport. The mirror one, while it's more complicated, seemed to have a little bit more flexibility. But as a reminder, we'll do this real quick here. So you guys have been to this one, right? Everybody see that?
Almost.
No. Let's see.
It's loading.
He is dead. So there we go.
Yep. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
Let me move you guys over here so you can see. So this is the mirror one, right? Everybody remembers this one. That's a place of power. That's in the Underdark. And then the other one is where you fought Skaz. Let's see.
So, but to get out of the Underdark from the mirror one, we couldn't get out because they had destroyed it. Correct?
Mostly correct. This is the other one. This is the one that, that as far as you know, leads to the place of power that Boots very, very first brought you to the Underdark from west of Horstal. But Catwalk, to answer your question, from the mirror, you were also able, you seem to be able to go to many places through the mirrors. Remember?
Yeah, but we need to get to the normal.
From the mirrors, you went to the Tabaxi village by the Vigilance. Yeah. And also there was another one you were able to transport to just beneath Aerie at the mountaintop. Remember the one?
Oh, okay.
So that one at least is able to lead you to 2 different locations. Okay? I know this is all kind of complicated, so I want to make sure everybody grasps that bit of it, because I hate getting bogged down in game mechanics.
And the place of power we're at right now doesn't have one that leads to the surface.
Unclear. You haven't ever looked for it in this one.
So can we look for that as
if we're ready to start and there's no more questions about mechanical crap, we'll do that.
Okay.
All right, we're happy.
What about the Underdark Drider Forest? Can I write that in my known locations?
Well, there's no place of power there. You drew a circle with chalk. So presumably it gets destroyed in the act of casting the spell.
Gotcha. Right. So it's only the places of power.
So you draw a 10-foot circle on the ground inscribed with sigils that link your location to a permanent teleportation circle of your choice, whose sigil sequence you know, and it is on the same plane of existence as you. Right? Okay. So that's what's telling us it has to stay on the same plane of existence. Shimmering portal opens within the circle you drew and remains open until the end of your next turn. Any creature that enters the portal instantly appears within 5 feet of the destination circle. Many major temples, guilds, and other important places have permanent teleportation circles. So basically you have to cast this spell in the same place every day for a year to make the teleportation circle permanent. So presumably some long lost ancient civilization set up these places of power long before any civilization here, and they remain. Other ones have been created, you just don't know them yet. So you know the 3 that I just showed on the prime material, on the Underdark, and in the prime material plane, you know the one west of Horstal and the one at the mountaintop, and you know that the one by the Vigilant village has been destroyed. Okay, So
and then say those can't also enter the circle that I created, because I think that was going to be one of the like semantics I was going to question of. It says that if I draw a circle, anybody who's in that circle will come in or out. So
no, it's a one-way. It's a one-way portal. So
one way, okay.
Yeah, so you're going.
I hate to draw a circle and all of a sudden a dragon shows up. Like, where were you?
No.
You
It
know?
has to be. It has to be where you are. So a shimmering portal opens within the circle you drew, and remains open until the end of your next turn.
Perfect.
Okay.
No other questions. That's perfect.
All right. So we'll get there. It's fine. We got this. All right. You weirdos ready? Yeah.
Yep.
All right.
Yes.
All right. What do you guys think of this?
Wow. That's pretty.
It is
Fancy.
pretty.
All right. Roll initiative.
Oh, why is the turn order up? Why is the turn order up?
Because you need to roll initiative.
Why?
Of course.
Because you come through the circle, through the teleportation circle. There is a blinding flash of light. You're all momentarily disoriented as the world around you coalesces back into being. You're in the Underdark. You still have in action, you still have the following buffs: Rogue's Powder, Oil of Slipperiness, Antitoxin except for Hoots, Emboldening Bond, Poison Resistance. Kitty and Baobar are disguised, although your disguises are probably wrecked by now. And Hoots, your potion of poison resistance did work. You come tumbling out of this flash of light, the teleportation circle inscribed on the ground. Kitty, you've got Thrax more or less in your arms, but it's so disorienting that as you landed, you kind of tumbled to the ground, and I imagine you kind of like blocked his body. You like had him fall on you to protect his body, and so like curled up, and you take 2 points of bludgeoning damage from the impact. And Baobar lands next to you as well, and he as you come to your senses and kind of sit up, Baobar like turns around and his hair is standing on end, and he is like deliberately putting himself between something and Thrax. Hoots, you're up to the north, and as the teleportation circle light begins to flash and disappear, let me just do this.
What does the rider come through?
The giant spider followed you through.
No.
No.
Yeah.
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 Sounds about right.
Yeah. That's par for the course.
Yeah.
And as Kitty, as you see the spider come through, that it becomes visible just for a brief moment as the teleportation circle starts to fade away. It's still there because it's not the end of Hoots' next turn yet. But the spider is kind of clicking its legs, and it was chasing you, specifically you. Mm-hmm. And so it's still kind of looking at you because you've got its prey.
Yeah.
But as it comes through, you notice that it suddenly, like an octopus or a chameleon, begins to resemble its background very much. And it is effectively invisible. What would you like to do?
Okay. Great Weaver.
Gloomweb.
Gloomweb.
Great Weaver.
Great Weaver. Oh, I can do that. That's easy.
Yeah, you can say that. Name. You don't have to make up your own word at all.
Nope. What kind of damage does this thing give?
It seems like it was slashing at you with like its legs. Kind of, it has like clawed mandibles on the end of its forelegs, and also it was biting with a poisonous stabby stab.
Okay. Shoot. I am going to... Okay, we could probably do that. I still have Thrax on top of me, right? So I'm probably going to have to do an athletics to be able to pick him back up, because the strength is still, like, hasn't expired yet.
Correct,
from my knowledge. Because I need to take him and then get a little bit further away. I'm thinking I'd like to go here. So this stone is kind of like in the way as well.
Okay.
Targeting him.
So you want to carry Thrax that over there?
Yep. I want to carry Thrax.
Okay,
over
so
here.
that is that work?
How far if I don't dash? How far would
about
I
half
have
that
gone?
way.
Oh, I'll do
Okay.
the full thing then. Yeah,
Want
we'll
me to
do that.
turn
I
it?
think you should. I think you should try to attack it because I think we're gonna need to get it as.
I am going to, but on my next turn, I just have to get us away because if it slashes at me again, I'm at like half my health at the moment.
Okay.
Okay, so Kitty, as you begin to move away, you are 10 feet away from the spider, which would normally keep you from being subject to an opportunity attack, but its legs are incredibly long and it has reach, so it uses its reach advantage and its reaction to slash at you. As an invisible creature, it has advantage. 20 points of slashing damage.
Well, 2 less.
You and Thrax go tumbling to the ground as it smacks at you with its leg.
Can I do that?
Yeah,
Okay.
you can.
I'm doing that.
You're putting yourself in the way?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
So Manon suddenly appears. Take your 20 hit points back. Manon suddenly appears. Manon, a 22 still hits you?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. It still hits you, so you take the 20 points of slashing damage.
Thank you, Manon.
Okay.
What if I use Gift of the Metallic Dragon? Am I allowed to do
You
that?
can't use 2 reactions in the same round.
Okay.
Not if I
That
can.
makes
You're going to use Silvery Barbs?
Silvery Barb. For some
Okay, you're
reason
going to make
it's not
him...
procking it. Oh, there it is. 2
You're going
times.
to make him roll again. This time he will not... This will be a third and separate roll. So it was either... He has to use the lower roll.
Gosh,
Still
dang.
at 22. All right. I think you're still taking the 20 points of damage. Mark off
Okay.
that first level spell, Hoots.
Marked off. Because he's invisible,
Mm-hmm.
dispel.
Oh, you're trying to make him not be invisible anymore.
Yeah. To
Okay.
disband that invisibility for good.
Mm-hmm. 10 plus the spells level, so you have to beat a 14.
Have to beat a 14
you can
on
do
a
that.
roll 20.
Yeah, so this would be a
You can do
20-sider plus your charisma bonus.
So 20 side die plus charisma on its way.
You can do the suits.
Ah, darn you. Okay.
Well, no, you get to roll your. Oh, yeah, never mind. Whoop,
That's a
okay.
success. So
Yeah.
suddenly the spider, it begins to waver and warble into existence, and then you can all see it, and it is massive. It's almost as big as Skaz Cloudbreaker was. Okay.
You know, just a being who took on Skaz that we can.
Kitty, Dragon Slayer, Dragon Slayer.
Slayer. Oh, yeah. Dragon Slayer. Dragon Slayer.
But as a
Yeah.
bonus action, because I cast the one of the 3rd levels, I am going to use Misty Step for a bonus
Okay.
that comes with it, and teleport. Was it 30 feet away?
I don't remember. I think Misty Step is usually 30 feet. Yeah.
Yeah, 30 feet away.
Okay. Where to?
I will.
Yeah, further away is good.
I want to be right there.
Okay, there you go. Hoots, you boom, dispel the invisibility on the creature, and then there's a swirl of blue electrical energy, and you disappear, reappearing 30 feet to the north, for lack of a better description. Which takes us to Manon.
Okay, so I want to cast this one, Spirit Guardians.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Nice job. This looks cool.
15 feet? Nah, that's too much. Okay, sorry. So you cast Spirit Guardians. Mark off the spell, please.
Okay.
And describe how that looks like. What does that look like?
Oh, it's just a bunch of little Bahamets that are like misty
Yeah.
and angry, just flitting about.
Okay.
Good idea.
That works. Okay.
And then I want to use. I think I still have my breath weapon. Yeah, I want to use my breath weapon as my bonus action.
Okay, so I'm gonna just put this here, 15 feet around you. Is that 15? That's 5, 10. No, one more. So that's essentially what it's like around you, Manon. So he will be in it. What happens to him? He has to make a saving throw, or what?
I think it's when he starts his turn. On a.
Any numbers you can see to be unaffected by it. Okay, so I'm assuming all of your friends are unaffected.
Yeah.
It must make a wisdom saving throw on a let's see.
So people can use this one for good or bad because it says if you're good or neutral. So she has to be like in her character, either one of those things for it to. Cool.
When a creature enters the area for the first time or starts its turn there, must make a wisdom saving throw. Okay, so do not let me forget that. It also needs to make a saving throw based on your breath weapon. And
yeah, I think I just attack it with the breath weapon.
Yeah, well, you get to roll the damage, but it still has to make a saving throw. And I don't know what kind it does.
I'll throw it in the chat.
Yeah, let's see. Bonus action, dex save. Okay, here goes his dexterity saving throw. Oh, I'm going to take the one on the left because since he's invisible, he's no longer normal. Okay.
Son of a.
Yeah. He made a saving throw, but he didn't crit you guys, so be happy for that.
Yeah.
So click the damage, Katie.
Okay.
He didn't kill you. Thank me.
Yeah. You are not. Okay, so he takes 7 points of acid damage. All right, you guys got to amp it up here.
Oh, don't you worry. Dragon Slayer is coming up next.
All right, Kitty.
Make a wide berth, everybody. All right.
You are up. Thrax is sort of under your feet. You've sort of dropped to the ground, and you didn't take any attack damage because Manon put herself in the way. But now you're essentially free to do what you will.
Perfect. I'm going to move right adjacent, but in front of Thrax, but also so I have a clear line of shot.
Okay.
To the glebe werber, and I am going to use
the glebe werber. Clearly, great weaver.
Great weaver.
It's not even a made up word. Oh my god. Okay.
Makes me happy. Okay. I am going to target it with I'm not going to use that, but I can do I still have 1d4 blessed?
Yeah, you're still under the emboldening bond. Yes.
Perfect. Okay.
That just helps you hit. It helps you be more accurate on your hits.
Good. I'm going to use my short bow and use one of the magic arrows.
Okay.
All right. So I'm taking one of those off. Use short bow. We'll just send that. Why isn't it going?
There it goes.
There it is. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to do the second one. Disregard. Well, you can take the second one, maybe. They both hit, right?
Yeah. There we go. 1 second. Okay. All right. You have fired your short bow. That is a hit. You can roll the damage. It is within 5 feet of Baobar, so it can be a sneak attack.
It can? Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay, so that is 10 points of piercing. Now roll the sneak attack.
I forgot that we updated this and I like it much better.
Ooh, box
Is that the little... Yes.
Boxcars!
Okay.
Only 6 points, but at least something cool will happen. Okay.
Let me go press the handy dandy button. Where'd you go? There you are.
Gain a heroic d6, keep or give away. Enemy speed reduced by 10 until the end of your next turn. Okay, so do you want to keep your heroic dice and move yours to since you already have a d8, it would just become a d10, or you could give a heroic dice to somebody else.
I'm gonna give mine to Baobar.
I was gonna say, I think Baobar, good, smart.
Yeah, give it to baby B.
Okay. He is going to wild shape into a saber-toothed tiger.
That's so cool.
Baobar is druid.
Yes.
He's all grown up.
That's so sick.
All right. The Gloomweb Great Weaver has to make a wisdom saving throw against your, Manon, your spirit guardians.
My little baby Bahamut. Gosh dang it.
This thing is made out of rocks. They do damage it, but it will take half damage.
Son of a...
Not the best roll ever. So 5 points. Okay, you got him with the bite. Beobar does not have Emboldening Bond.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does?
We all four should. Yeah.
Okay, but it doesn't affect his armor class. You
No,
could
but-
use your reaction, though, if you want.
Yeah. I can do my Gift of Metallic Dragon,
Okay, mark it off.
which means he automatically is a miss because...
It's automatically a miss, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
The wings
spider,
are out, ladies.
the giant spider turns toward the saber-toothed cat, slashing at him with two giant mandible-type legs and biting. The bite would have penetrated the cat's defense, but for Manon's wing, which forms in a silvery metallic essence and deflects the spider's bite, leaving the way for Hoots to do whatever Hoots is about to do.
Hoots wants to abuse this wand that he has. I want to
Oh, yes.
finally put it to work.
Okay.
And I think what I want to do with it is that I want to discharge. Yeah, just one.
Okay.
And it'll be right on his thorax, right on that big butt of his.
Do you remember how to drag him onto the field?
Yes, from my thingy thing.
Warbling ball of lightning. Okay.
Right there.
And also, can you put the part of the wand in the chat, please?
Sure thing.
Okay, he takes 15 points of lightning damage. Okay. And that was your action. And you're not moving it right now, so is there any other bonus action that you have? Or movement? Or anything?
Bonus action, I think what I want to do is just fly up. I want to
Okay.
be higher, but I will move over here to the tree coverage.
Okay.
About, I think my flying speed, if I move 2 squares, would be 10 feet,
Okay.
20 feet up.
I got you 20 feet up with the green arrow. Okay. Now, Beobar is going to do what saber-toothed tigers do, and he is going to bite and claw. So one of each there, Hoots.
Oh, yes, because I got Mr. Baby B.
So just open the saber-toothed tiger. You should have control of it. Darn it. Okay. So right now, the saber-toothed tiger and the spider are kind of like keeping each other at bay without anyone gaining the upper hand. And that's when Manon steps in.
I'm gonna do Frost of the Silver Dragon.
Oh. All right. That is an action. That is a 15-foot
Yeah.
cone, which easily gets him. Mark
And
off
he
the
has to do a
spell.
Constitution.
He has to make a
Okay.
con saving throw.
Ooh.
Their carapaces are so tough.
Gosh.
I don't think he's missed a saving throw yet.
No.
3d8 cold damage. Okay, so he's going to take half damage from that.
I don't think he takes half damage. It doesn't say
On
that
a
on there.
successful save, a creature takes half as much damage with no additional effects.
Oh, perfect.
So 3d8 cold. 16, so 8 points of cold damage. He's getting shocked. He's getting frozen. He's got acid. So that was your
Arrows.
action.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I'm gonna
that's
use my breath weapon, I guess,
Okay,
for
mark
my
that
bonus
off.
action.
And this time he has to make a dexterity saving throw against you.
Yeah.
Sooner or later, you were going to get through
Yeah.
the shell.
Okay. Breath
Okay.
weapon. Ciao.
11 points. Okay, chipping away, chipping away.
Gosh.
Is my
All right,
Hello
Katie,
Thorn
let's-
still in effect? Yeah,
Yes.
I know. I'll get them. Okay,
It
perfect.
lasts for a full minute, or until you hit with it.
Perfect. Okay, I
So-
just want to make sure that's still in play. All right, I am going to. I kind of want to try my alchemy fire and see how he does against that. Let's try that.
You've hit
I'm
him
gonna
with
take-
everything else.
Right. let's try an arrow. That's fire.
All right, are you
How
pulling
can
that
fire?
out of your quiver or out of
I had
a real one?
a real one. I had 3 in my inventory.
Okay. Remember, these are -5 to hit.
Yes.
Okay. So you're gonna
I-
fire a real one, not not one from your quiver of abundance. So it'll be -5 to hit.
What is the gain of that? Because I feel like we need to not miss him.
He could potentially be vulnerable to
Like,
fire.
is it?
He gets burning. It'll like he'll burn every turn.
Yeah,
But is
gotcha.
that? Yeah. Okay.
And I'm pretty close to hit, so if it's gonna be a -5, like I feel like my odds
I
are
don't
pretty
think
good.
that changes it.
He is a very fast, nimble spider.
Yeah.
Because of like looking at those deck saves, I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
If you guys want me to do a different one, I can do that. I
feel like
I don't-
Yeah, go ahead, Kitty. Do what you were gonna do.
Okay.
Yeah. Unless I feel like if you miss, then Manon can shout at you.
deal. Yeah.
We can't
I just
afford to
really
have
want
him
to.
missing.
I just really want to try it. I don't know my
Okay.
guts like tell me to do it.
Okay.
So okay. And do I get sneak attack?
You do because it's close to it's in melee combat with the
Yeah.
saber-tooth tiger and Manon.
I figured that's still the case.
A 25 -5 is a miss.
Okay. You can yell at me now.
No.
Or-
do your dice. Do your
I'm gonna
4
do my
dice.
dice.
She's
Yeah.
got a four-sider already. I'm not because she's got bless selected.
Oh.
Yeah, you do have a
So-
heroic dice.
I'm gonna use the heroic.
That is a D8.
Perfect. Let's do that.
Then it turned it into a hit. Okay, I'm gonna
Sorry.
mark off your D8.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'm here to
And
help.
let's go ahead and do.
Okay, so 12 points of piercing damage, plus a D10 for Hail of Thorns. Was that sneak attack? 10 more points of sneak attack.
Yeah, I can't tell
Okay.
what the other dice was. Is that a two twos?
It's two
Two
twos.
twos.
All right, that's boxcars. Let me go
Two box
do my
cars.
fun.
And then another D10 for Hail of Thorns, right?
Yep. Gain a heroic
Nice.
D6, which you must
Oh.
give to another player. And the enemy is knocked prone, DC 18. Okay.
Nice.
Let's do one thing at a time. Let's do all your
Yeah.
damage first.
Okay.
So roll the D10 for the Hail of Thorns. I'll
Okay.
mark off your concentration. So literally, as the flaming arrow hits the creature, another like volley of spikes from your magic hits him for another 4 points. It does 1d4 this time, so roll a 4-sider for damage. So another 3 points of damage. And I will put a red dot on him that tells me he's burning. And now he has to make a dexterity saving throw against 18 or be knocked prone.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to knock him.
Oh, I thought it was the 13.
It is, but he's got +9. So it's
Yeah.
No.
That is a very nimble spider.
It's very hard to knock a spider with giant 8 legs down. So,
Nah.
sorry. But that was a very, very effective turn there, Kitty. You got
Yeah,
it.
it was.
I have
That
to
was
thank
good.
my cohorts in crime. I really couldn't be here without them. They helped me remember everything,
Fair.
including the DM.
Um, at which point, the spider kind of starts to realize through its thick, heavy armor that it's getting beat up from multiple locations. And it especially didn't like that arrow that just hit it and it's on fire. So the spider is going to climb over the
Oh.
thing right toward you, Kitty. It's going to try to move over here so it gets out of the circling creatures that are
Do I-
attacking it.
So
I
it's
think it
trying to
still
run
has
away.
to.
No, it's
Oh,
trying
go
to
ahead.
kill you.
I was trying to get a swipe at it because it looked
Yeah.
like it was
Well,
running away.
Manon,
'Cause it's so
Manon
scared.
and Baelbar will both get an opportunity attack.
Great.
Well, and I think it has to make the wisdom saving throw for being starting its turn.
It starts
in
its
that
turn.
Spirit
Yeah,
Guardians.
you're right. You're right. Thank you.
Good job.
Wisdom is not his jam.
Yeah, you remember
here he
this
goes.
stuff, Katie. Good job.
But it
Gosh,
just so happens to be his
For
jam.
sake. He still
That's
takes
stupid.
half the damage though.
Okay, so 3d8.
Okay. Nice one. Okay, so it scurries away. As it's scurrying away, you and Beobar both get opportunity attacks.
Cool.
Can I do a claw attack?
Yes.
From Beobar.
Beobar, his armor is really tough about yourself, and then this thing comes like all 8 legs in fury over the top of the rock, and you're like, you make a wisdom saving throw.
You're just like, uh-oh. Oh.
You literally scream.
Ah!
Okay. It slashes at you with one of its legs. I believe that's a hit. Yeah?
It is, yeah. I have a 17.
Okay. I'm kind of like waiting because about half the time I do this, the whole group goes, no, I do this.
No, you should, because now we're getting to the point where we
Okay.
almost remember.
Would you like to use your uncanny dodge and take half damage?
Yes, I would.
Okay.
I would love to do that. Let me put that in the chat. Thank you.
You take 9 points of slashing damage as the leg slashes across your chest. You get hit again from a second leg slash, which will do 18 points of slashing damage, which you can't cut in half, I don't think. I'm just waiting because because
I can't use uncanny dodge twice.
you can't. You don't have one. You only have one reaction per turn.
That's it. Then no, I can't.
Okay. That's what I was waiting for. I don't know though, Hoots.
60 feet?
Yep, just barely. Woo! That's right on the limit. Okay, you're making him try again.
Why is it better?
He has to use the lower one. Well, actually, it was lower, so. All right, 18 points of slashing damage, Kitty.
I tried. I'm sorry.
No,
That's
no,
okay.
it's okay. You did
That's
what you
your
could.
reaction to. And then finally, it tries to bite you.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. And that is a hit as well. Is it? Oh, no, wait. No, it didn't come through. I swear I clicked it.
Oh no.
There it goes. Oh, what's your armor class, Kitty?
17.
Just got you.
Come on, it's a 17. That should be what is the term in baseball? Tie goes to the runner. Come on.
Yeah, I know, but these are the rules. Sorry. One of my favorite things you've ever said to me, Kitty, is boo to you and your rules.
Boo with you, yeah. Andrew.
Okay. I think we're at the point now where you take 14 points of slashing. Go ahead and make the saving throw against poison with advantage.
Do I take the 14 and then do the saving throw?
Yes, please.
Okay, so minus 14. And I can't take my healing potion right this moment, can I?
No, it's not your turn.
No, okay.
Okay.
All right, so I'm doing
now
that
it's
now.
a Constitution saving throw with advantage because you have antitoxin on board. 14 plus a d4 because you have emboldening bond.
Doing that right now. Okay.
Okay, you are not poisoned, but you still take 10 points of poison damage.
That puts me at -9.
Except it doesn't. You mark off one of your 9 lives,
Done.
and you turn invisible and appear 30 feet anywhere you want to on the battlefield, 30 feet from where you are right now.
I am gonna go. I'm gonna go invisible right here.
Okay.
So there.
Maybe
and
there
then
for
I'll
you.
move.
Boink.
Thank you.
And I will mark you as invisible. And that lasts until you do something. Okay.
I already know what I'm doing next.
Hoots. You just see Kitty disappear under a bunch of spider legs and slashing mandibles, and it's horrifying.
Okay. I will. Don't think that one will be better though. I'm gonna do that to encase the sucker.
Okay, 20-foot sphere Whirling air springs into existence. Center point you choose within the sphere remains for the spell to each creature in the sphere. Strength saving throw.
Oh. Wasn't every time... How does the little floaty thing work off her thing?
Her bonus action, she can move it.
But if the spider starts its turn every time, or like, does it continually get shocked if it's by it? Does that make sense?
Yeah, except it moved away from it. So.
But it had started its turn and didn't get shocked there.
No, it has to be. Let's see. What did it say? Let's check.
I just don't. Yeah, I'm trying to look at it too.
Let's check. Each sphere, but no. When a creature other than you comes within 5 feet of the sphere discharges. So it discharges on her bonus action.
Okay.
As soon as I move it over.
Yeah. So you have
Okay.
encased the spider in a storm sphere, and the spider now needs to make a strength saving throw or take 2d6, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it'll be difficult terrain.
18. And that's what it needed. God, this thing.
Can I say no?
Does it?
Damn
Okay,
it.
so it doesn't take the damage, but it's still in difficult terrain. Okay. What do you do for your bonus action?
A bonus action is to have this warble thing go
Okay.
right there.
Which then he needs to make a what kind of saving throw? Is it Dex? We just looked at it, but I think that's a miss either way.
Yes.
Fine.
Light him up.
Okay, 4d12 lightning damage, Hoots. Not bad. Not bad. 20 more points on the big spitter.
He's not even turning yellow yet.
Okay. Yeah, this thing is a monstrosity. Hoots, that's your action. That's your bonus action. You got anything else?
So I am going to move closer. I'm going to move my 30 feet while still up 20 feet
Okay.
closer to the party.
Okay.
I
Gotcha.
can't, unfortunately, get to Thrax.
All right. Baby B. I feel like he is going to charge over there. He's got the movement, but he does have a cool thing he can do. Since it's moved away from him, he can pounce. So if he can move at least 20 feet in a straight line toward a creature, then hits it with an attack, then he can potentially knock it prone. So he'll try to do that. So go ahead and try a claw attack.
Okay, claw attack.
So he's going to charge his ass over there.
Gosh, dang
I
it.
want to re-roll that. That is BS.
I
Somebody
know.
else do that.
Come on. Okay, so I'd feel with between the spirit guardians and the storm, it's just disorienting for him. He can make a bite attack now. Baby B's just not landing anything here. Sorry.
Change your dice color, Tiffany.
I am.
Man on, you're up.
I have no idea what to do. I'm like out of spells.
You move closer.
Yeah. I guess we'll go clunk him. So I'm gonna go like here.
Well, the first thing
yeah.
first, if you move closer to him, then he's got to make the wisdom saving throw, which he fails. So he takes full damage from the spirit guardians. So, 8. All right.
Change my dice color.
Yeah, all right. And then you can try to clunk him with the Mace of Disruption.
Okay. Let's do some clunking.
It's clunking time. Oh, for Pete's sake, you guys.
This is ridiculous.
This is pretty bad.
It
Like,
wants
I'm
us
so
to TPK.
mad.
It wants
I'm
us
so
to.
mad about this stupid freaking spider.
Okay, Kitty.
Okay,
You-
so I have 3 things I want to do, but I need your help with telling me what order I should do them in and if I
Yeah.
can even do all of them. Okay.
Okay.
The first one is to take a healing potion.
That's a bonus action.
Okay, so I'm marking one of those down, and then how do I know how many of those I get?
How do you get the healing?
Yes.
You get 8 points back.
Okay.
Okay.
And okay.
What else you got?
That's fine. I can work with that. I want to target the Gloomweb Great Weaver with a favored foe.
Wow.
Do I get advantage for that?
So no, when you if you hit it, you can mark it as your favored foe.
If I hit it, perfect. Yeah. Then I am going to hit it with a magic arrow from my quiver, which means that I'm going to take 3 things out of my quiver. That leaves me with 8.
Correct. Now you got it.
Look, see, I'm learning.
You're learning.
I got this.
Okay.
And Dread Ambusher was the thing I wanted to do, but is that with my short? Like, how do I incorporate the Dread Ambusher?
Is just in the first round of combat, and this is sort of a continuation from the fight
of
at
the
trees. So what I will say though is that you're invisible, so you have advantage, and you have sneak attack. So if you want to do your what do you call it? Sharpshooter, now's the time.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Advantage.
So do I shoot short bow then sharpshooter, or do I do sharpshooter first?
So mark sharpshooter as a -5 to hit, right? You see that on your
Yep, I have it. Yep,
and then just click with your short bow with advantage.
Perfect. Okay.
Either one of those is a hit.
Good well done, Kitty.
Yep. So yeah, 22 or 23. Yeah, that's a hit.
That
okay,
is
so
hit,
regular bow damage, and we're going to add +1 to this. So 8 points of piercing damage. Okay, now sneak attack.
Okay.
Nice. Let's do the box cars very last of all.
Is that box? Okay, yeah, I was like, I can't tell one of the dice.
Yeah, it is.
Perfect.
2 6s.
And then now a D4, right?
Now do 10 points for sharpshooter, right? Now do 2 D4, or do 1 D4, okay. Yeah, because he's under alchemist fire. Yeah.
1 D4.
1 D4, so 3 more. Okay, and he is now marked as your favorite foe. Right?
Perfect. So I'll make one of those down, and it's only 1 D4. I don't have any other die I'm supposed to roll on that, right?
Yeah, roll a D4 for favorite foe.
And reroll another one. Perfect.
And 3 more points. Okay. This beast. Okay.
Little by little.
Did we forget anything?
I need to do my box cars.
Yeah, box cars. Okay. Gain 1 heroic D6. Keep or give away. You don't have any.
I'm gonna keep it.
Okay. All right. You now have that. You're no longer invisible. You still have your movement.
I am gonna get the heck away from here, that's for sure.
Okay.
How far can I move?
30 feet.
We're gonna go.
Kitty's just like, forget Thrax. I'm out.
Take cover behind the stone.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Okay. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, done. All right, so the spider starts its turn. Does it take the damage when it starts its turn, Manon?
Yeah, but I took it when I stepped into it, so I don't think I take it now.
Okay, so it wouldn't be twice in one turn.
I think we did that, yeah.
Okay, yeah, we did that out of order. Okay, Manon, I'm not sure it's gonna... I'm gonna roll just a straight morale check for this thing. Yeah, it's dumb as hell. So it sort of turns toward you and Baby B, and I think it's gonna try to slash at you, Manon.
Perfect.
Yeah. Eesh. Okay. So 3 of those are attack, or 3 of those attacks are hits on Manon. Does anybody? Manon.
So if I use my gift of the metallic dragon, does it go for all of them?
It's the whole round.
Cool. Let's do that
for the whole round. So let's just see what you turned your armor class into on that first attack.
So roll a D4.
Please.
Right.
You need a 2 at least to save you from that bite. Come on.
Nice.
Okay. You still got hit by the 2 leg slashes.
Okay.
But you didn't get bit. Okay. This could be a little bad for Manon, everybody, but we'll find out. 12 slashing and 17. Ouch. So 29 points.
I did use Silvery Barb to try and reroll and mark out the spell slot.
Alrighty. Manon, you marked, how many metallic dragons do you have left?
I have 2 left.
Okay, Hoots, your Silvery Barbs, it turned one of those hits into a miss. So good. Manon, I imagine Hoots would have done that on the first one, so 12. So you'd still take 17 instead of 29. So add 12 back.
So hang on.
That's probably just easier to add 12 back. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Hoots, that makes it your turn.
Oh, God. I want to lightning strike that dude.
Okay.
So I'm
first
gonna...
things first is he makes a strength saving throw because he's in the thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What is that? 19? Okay, so he is pretty much unaffected by that. Then the lightning strike, you want to hit him with the globe, or do you want...
There was another benefit of the wand. I have an attack known as lightning strike.
Okay. If you lightning strike from that position, you'll hit Baelbar.
Oh, from Baelbar? Then yeah, I will move close to Kitty.
There you go. Okay, so you can lightning strike him right through there. He has to save or take 32 points of lightning. This is a dexterity saving throw, yeah? Okay.
He succeeds, or he fails.
16. Wait, he needed an 18?
No,
he needed an 18.
He needed an 18, yeah.
Nice.
Hoots, how do you want to do this?
What? Oh, is he dead?
Real?
Yeah, for
Oh my
real.
god, are you kidding me?
You got him.
Yes!
Oh my gosh!
Well, you know what? You know what was going on is the color thing isn't working. Isn't that funny?
No, I was like, how is he still green?
He looks tanky. He was not affected. Oh. He's like, this is an average Sunday.
I just call this a Thursday. That's weird. He didn't. It never showed that. I'm sorry.
That's why we're freaking out so bad.
Oh, okay, yeah. He was definitely getting weak.
See,
I have been so mad.
I would have gone for the
kill. Fluttering up, seeing the field for what it was, getting clamored, and obviously just overwhelmed by the situation. I see Kitty that's on her side holding and trying to gain focus. Manon's taking a bludgeoning that I swoop in and just the loud owl cree. I fling my wand and lob the biggest lightning strike I can right down through his exoskeleton. So not his thorax, but right where I don't know.
Right to the top by the claws or by the bite mandibles.
Yeah,
blows it apart. It splits it in half, and it's just laying there twitching with this green ooze coming out of it, leaking onto the ground, and all of you sort of laying on the ground, panting, exhausted and beaten to some extent.
Heck yeah.
Okay. What would you like to do now?
I want to get out of here.
Okay, what does that mean?
So let's figure out, can we figure out where all these places go?
Yes.
Kitty, before your potion wears out for the strength, you need to go grab Thrax. I hand a healing potion over to Kitty to try and heal.
Thank you. I will
and usher Kitty that with her stone giant still in effect, you're the only one to carry the big lug.
I'll go over to Thrax and I'll drink my potion as we do that.
Okay. As you guys, the spider's body's twitching and bleeding, Baelbar turns back into himself, and he runs over to Thrax and is kind of looking at him, and he's looking up at all of you guys kind of curiously, and he seems a little You can't say if you can't be sure if he's confused or not, or what exactly, but he kind of pushes you away, Kitty. Like you're super strong right now, so you could overwhelm him if you want, but he's kind of like pushing you away.
I'm gonna take his lead because he never pushes me away.
Okay, so he gets you guys to where everybody's about 5 feet away from Thrax, and then he reaches into one of his little pockets, and he pulls out kind of a piece of amber about the size of an orange, like a big piece, a big hunk of like raw amber. So probably worth quite a bit. And he sets it on Thrax's chest, and Thrax is still wrapped in the webs, kind of. Thrax has suffered many grievous wounds that I will not describe, but Beobar sets this piece of amber on his chest, and then he kind of kneels down next to him, and he puts his hands like this, and then he touches Thrax, and he starts to cast a spell, which takes approximately a minute to cast. And then there's a flash of light, and only the chunk of amber remains. And then he picks it up, and he hands it to you, Kitty.
Oh, so
He put Thrax in the amber.
Thrax is in the...
We will put the spell in the chat so y'all can see it.
Like Jurassic Park.
I know of this. Yes, the mosquito.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Thrax and the mosquito in the amber.
So up to 500 pounds of objects.
Oh, cool.
So Thrax is no longer... You can't do this with a living thing, but since it's his body, he puts Thrax into the amber, and he is essentially in there until Beobar lets him out.
This is cool.
So he can be carried that way.
I will
Oh, and the contents... So I have a question. The contents do not age, weather, or rot. So does that mean we have more time than the 10 days as long as he's in that?
You don't think that you can negotiate with gods?
Okay.
It was a good question.
It's a good question.
Well, when you put it that way.
Kitty, did you take the healing potion?
It hasn't been rolled yet.
Okay. So do you, if you click on your token in the upper left-hand corner, there's a healing potion macro.
There it is.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Regular?
Yeah.
Right?
I believe so. Mark that off. Hoots, you had a potion on your person that didn't go bad.
Yes.
And you gave it away. 10 points to Kitty.
Thank you. Okay.
All right. So you guys have found yourselves in this clearing, kind of like I said, the spider's there. It's definitely dead, or at least you hope it is. And what would you like to do now?
Salvage some parts.
I want to figure out where these places of power go and get out of here.
Okay. Good
So
enough.
you guys can salvage, and I'm gonna figure it out.
I'm taking materials. Like, we're down to our bare bones. It's a huge spider. Who knows what this will go for the market?
I think Hoots and Kitty's eyes get real big, and we're like, well, let's just take a quick moment. And then you see us scurry off over the spider thing, and I watch Hoots as they ransack the spider.
I'm just noting this battle and this beast. It's not something I've seen before, so I'm curious about its its toxins, its venom, its fangs, like what it's,
like what
it's a
it's
big
made
boy.
out of. Yeah, it is definitely a big boy. Okay, so you guys, your intention is to butcher it for parts?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. Let me do something here real quick. Okay. Let me look that up then.
Yeah, and then we'll get out of here.
Right.
It's always like, you guys are so weird. You're always doing things that we have to look up. Like,
No,
all
it's
this
good.
dragon parts.
It's definitely
I'm
good.
getting all this spider parts.
that's
This is
what
very
it is.
odd for Hoots.
Dead spider's body.
Definitely having brain fade here real quick. Let's see if I can find it in my other folder.
Yes, go into the
Aha.
archives, guys.
Here it is, monster loot. It'll be one of those things that's not like, it's not under spider. It'll be under giant spider or some stupid thing. I'll never find it. Okay. Yeah, it is. It's going to be somewhere that's not easy to find. We'll go back through it later, but I will tell you what. You do find 2 giant poison glands and mandibles that you think might be worth something.
Okay.
Okay?
I'll type that in.
Okay. So mandibles and poison sacs from Gloomweb Greatweaver.
Gloom Gray Web Weaver. There we go.
Now don't you start.
But
All right.
I've already got one of those in my group.
see, I just make it too fun for everyone, Ken. They're all coming to my side.
I see that now. I see where I went wrong.
2 fangs and 1
not a
giant
mutiny.
mandible.
2 mandibles and 2 poison sacs.
All right, 2 mandibles. 2 poison sacs.
Easy for you to say. Okay, so I will remind you, you are about just a couple miles south of Tulross, where Mad Max lives. And you need to, per what Katie was saying, you need to definitely check these stones and see where they lead.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
I would want to go to Tulross, but while we're here, I want to investigate the stones.
Okay.
I feel like, yeah, because we can't bring Thrax back down here.
Yeah. Well, I almost thought we were going to be trying to awake him here and then I'll go. Okay.
Yeah, do you remember what Bahamut said to her about the Underdark being under the sway of the Spider Queen?
Yeah, so she would probably also know if...
Yeah, so like raising the dead is like the most, like, it's like a lot of power that you're trying to do. And so to do that in the place of another deity would be a bad idea. Yeah.
Well, she's probably out on the floating rock somewhere. She's probably not be there.
I love the ever-present optimism from Kitty. Okay, would you guys like to investigate these stones?
Yeah.
Okay. Starting with
would you guys like to investigate these stones? Yeah, an hour and a half ago. I wanted to do.
Where'd that spider come from?
Yeah.
Well, you're up, Katie. You get to roll the D100 then.
Oh, jeez.
You got this.
Is that an 07?
It's supposed to be a 700. I see 700. I don't know about you.
Oh, the dice are so bad tonight.
Maybe we blew our luck load the last game.
Yeah.
Okay. You have found yet another path to the elemental plane of air.
Oh, okay.
Air.
Which, you know, Hoots likes, but no one else really probably does.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving around to this one, kind of clockwise.
Treasure.
Who's next? Kitty.
I'll go.
Roll a D100.
We got it.
46.
Ooh. I thought it was going to be a 6. At first, I was like, of course.
Yeah.
Shadowfell.
Are we in the Shadowfell?
You're in the Underdark.
We're in the Underdark. The Shadowfell's where
Calliope
is, though.
So the Shadowfell is where the undead have sway.
Okay.
Vampires, liches. Undead.
Oh no.
The Underdark is like caves, like a full-blown space of caves. Okay, next. Hoots.
100?
Like
D100.
cool.
Okay, you're in luck. This one leads back to the prime material plane.
Yes!
Yay!
Yeah.
Lucky.
Yeah.
We want out.
Do you want to keep
Out of
going?
here.
Yeah.
Okay. Back to Katie.
All right. I got it. I changed the dice color.
Can you re-roll that, please?
Sure. 100, 100, 100.
Oh,
What about
you know
that?
what? I take it back. I take it back.
Oh.
This one also leads to the prime material plane, but probably a different location.
Oh, okay. Okay.
So.
Okay.
All right, and last, who wants to go last?
I'll go last.
Okay.
And roll.
87.
Water.
Okay. Yeah.
Plane of water.
Water.
Kitty
Okay.
probably loves that one.
Yeah.
I
her
was
favorite.
like,
Okay, so Hoots, you spend about an hour, or let's call it a short rest for everybody else, if they wish to take a short rest, while you survey the stones and discover what they are.
short rest.
Do we?
Oh, wait,
My findings with the team.
You relay your findings, and
when I click short rest, it does hit dice.
yeah, how many
D8.
do you want to spend to get hit points back?
What am I spending?
So you have when you do a short rest, you can spend hit dice. So basically, look at your character sheet, and do you see under your hit points and temporary hit point thing? You have 9 hit dice in total, Kitty. You have 6 from Rogue and 3 from Ranger. Yeah.
Okay. For the D8, I'll spend 3.
Okay.
And then for the D10, I'll spend
So
1.
just select the ones and then hit roll, and it'll do it all for you automatically.
That is cool.
There you go.
I'll take
you
it.
recover some amount of hit points. What was it? 29.
Awesome.
And then get those hit dice. You get half of them back when you take a long rest.
Nice.
Oh, you get half back?
No, we don't do
At a
we
long
don't do
rest?
short rest too much. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, you guys for some reason don't end up short resting that much. Okay. And about the time, Manon, what about you? Are you going to do the same thing?
Yeah, I'll do 3.
I feel like Baobar definitely needs to do a short rest.
I feel like it didn't take away my D10. Should I manually?
Did it roll him though? Yeah, go ahead and take him away. I didn't see him roll though.
It did do the 3 D8s, but my D10 stayed the same.
Oh, okay.
So.
Okay.
But you're right. You're asking if it actually rolled it so that if I got the D10.
Yeah, did you get the hit points is what I'm asking.
It only did 3 D8s. So I'll do 1 D10.
It didn't seem like the 10-siders rolled. Okay, Baobar gets 24 hit points back from.
And then I'll get another 9.
Okay. All right, good. Okay, so Hoots has, while the rest of you were recovering, tending to your injuries, Hoots has discovered where all of the places lead.
Nice Hoot.
But it's difficult to say where in those planes that they lead to.
Guys, I figured out that 2 of these stones can lead us out to the prime material plane. But magic is so hard to decipher that I do not know their exact location. We can take the left or we can take the right. The 50-50.
It's like wines, red or white.
Yeah.
I don't want to pick.
You always go left.
How far away are we from Tauros?
About an hour.
I would like to go check in on.
We only have 10 days to get Thrax figured out. So if we spend a lot of time doing anything else, like I don't know how long it's going to take to find a place to do the ritual once we get into the prime. So that's my only fear.
That is true.
So we can't be spending a ton of time in Tauros if we go there. Is my
That's fine.
only
We'll just
concern.
talk to Mad Max. We won't go shopping. We'll just talk to Mad Max because he wanted to hear about the journey. We'll tell him, sorry, we didn't get you any truffles, and then bounce.
But what if they get mad we didn't bring truffles and now we're
We'd also have to disguise. So we can always venture back.
yeah.
Okay. I'm down for that then.
But let's see. Who's picking?
I'm not.
Just roll a dice. If it's a 1 through 3, we'll go to the one on the left, and if it's a 4 through 6, we'll go to the one on the right.
Okay.
Left it is.
Lefty, lefty.
All right, so the one at the bottom,
Yeah, this one.
due south. Okay. So Manon, I'm gonna say roll a d12.
Now I roll high.
Okay. Oh, man. Okay, that means. Okay. Okay. Yes. All right. I got it. Definitely moving.
I don't know that I like that laugh.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I trust this.
Okay. Let me just check something really quick here. Hoots. Actually, let's take our 5-minute break, and I can do a little bit of prep while you guys are
Okay.
gone. But essentially, do you guys
Okay.
have 7 levels of spell slots?
Yeah,
You do?
I do.
I have 2 third-level spells or 2 fourth-level spells.
Okay.
So I alone have 8.
So
Yeah,
mark
I
off.
think I have.
So mark off whatever you're gonna do. So maybe a 4th for Hoots, and
Yeah, I can do a first and a second.
okay, good enough.
Okay.
So let's have that done, and then you guys, I will have something ready for you when you get back.
No.
Okay. All right.
Okay. You said trust you, and then you attack us with a giant spider.
Makes sense though, doesn't it?
It does.
The
As soon
times
as
where
you
you
said
do
that.
and you do not trust a DM.
And besides that, I wasn't talking about that.
Oh, convenient.
Yeah, I know. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So Hoots, you and Manon exert the magical energy to open a portal through the stone that leads back to the prime material plane. As with the one that you've already traveled through, what essentially happens is in the stone itself, an opening appears, kind of like picture the Diagon Alley with the bricks that move out of the way. Only the stone just sort of seems to dissolve out of the way, and it leads into a cave. As you walk through the entrance of the cave, it's a sort of a steep climb up and up and up, a natural kind of a cavern, until you emerge in a cave through a similar stone on the prime material plane. I'm going to move you guys to a map you've already been on before, because I don't have infinite maps.
I thought you did.
I know, it's embarrassing, but it is what it is. It is not the same. It's very similar to a place you've been before, but it is not the place you've been before.
Oh no.
Okay?
Is this the cave?
It is a cave, and you almost immediately recognize that you are high in the mountains.
So it's not the same cave we're outside. Manon's
It's
grandmother
a very
was waiting.
similar cave. And it wasn't her grandmother, it was Malgani,
Oh,
the
it was
servant,
Malgani.
the,
That's right.
the jerk.
With the new bionic arm that is my
yeah.
souvenir still.
You still have that in your bag.
Gonski, that we don't have to worry about anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
Ever
I should take
again.
it out more often to make points. Like take it out, but then have the hand point. You know, like you and you.
Just suspended arm.
All right, you find yourselves in a cave, evidently high in the mountains. Real quick, I wanted to pause. I wanted to kind of change the way that we do inspiration, because what's happened to me is like last game, Katie like nailed so many like strategic points that I clearly should have given her inspiration, but I'm like, sometimes I'm distracted and I don't notice it until later. So what I would like to do is you guys once per game can award inspiration to each other
I love
instead.
that.
And
Yeah.
so that takes the load off of me to manage that. And so, yeah, so just one time per game for something cool. If we get to the end and nothing cool has happened, don't just go, I give inspiration for something.
Yeah.
All right, it's kind
You
of
got to
like
name it.
an honor system. But Catwalk, does Manon already have inspiration? She definitely should for last game.
Yeah.
Yay!
I think we can all agree on
Thank
that.
you.
Right? Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
The leader
Okay.
trait.
Thank you.
Yeah. You were nailing stuff. So, yeah, good job.
Thank you.
Okay, I'm going to put fresh versions of you guys on the map. It is cold and windy, and you kind of hear the wind howling outside. What would you do?
Well, do we want to see if this is a good place to try to get Thrax back, or do we want to try and look for a better place?
I like the cave. I can go scout real quick outside to see if there's anybody moving or rustling. Like if I just go right here and I can see if I hear anything.
Okay. You see that you are definitely high in the mountains. This reminds you a lot of the cliffs underneath Airy, but where that was like a single lone kind of jutting mountain, this is part of a giant range of mountains, and it's pretty much one of the highest. But you can see both leading sort of south, east, and northwest, just a range of mountains like peaks, and they're rocky, steep cliff faces. This is definitely not the same place, but it has a similar feel to it.
What hour of the day is it outside? Is
You
it
would
shiny?
ask
Is
that.
it bright? Is it snowy?
Hang on a sec. It is just afternoon.
It's afternoon. What's the weather like? It was windy and snowy.
Yes.
Okay.
And Manon?
Yep.
Wherever you end up conducting the ritual, keep in mind that when Thrax awakens, if he does, he will be at like 9 levels of exhaustion. So he won't be able to travel.
Okay. Well, that's okay because my little dragon figurine needs like 2 days. So I'm assuming it's probably been like at least a half a day since we used it. So we can maybe build a fire in here and kind of long rest and charge up the dragon so we can start traveling.
Okay.
Hoots
Potentially.
will usher Kitty back in, and then using my storm magic, I'm gonna try and like manipulate the wind to just not enter here, so that way it could just be I can develop warmth.
So the goal is to essentially camp here for a couple of days.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So
If we can.
yeah, you can definitely, between all of your survival skills. I mean, it is a cave. It is sheltered from the wind, and it is it's roughing it to the extreme. But you do have rations, and you do have resources that you can call upon. There are some available wood products that you can burn, so you can definitely attempt to camp here for a couple of days. Is there anything you'd like to do for those 2 days of downtime?
Well, don't we want to get Thrax back so that he can rest there with us?
Oh, he's gonna
Right?
need 9. He's gonna need like 9 days.
Oh.
Yeah, he's gonna be in bad shape, provided that he makes it back. So, I'm not sure how you want to go about this.
Well, if he gets brought back now, he'll have the 9 days. The point is to make an attempt before the original 10 days is up, or we lose our chance. So
Yeah, because then, like, we can transport him right now to any other location. Well, we can. We have him in the rock, but do we go somewhere like Felix's hut and leave him there after he becomes full, and then we leave? Or
But that was
if he brings
attacked.
back?
That was being
Oh,
attacked
yeah.
by Aerie when we went down, so I don't know that that's still there.
yeah,
Yep.
we do have these other planes.
Mhm.
After we rest up, we can try and all together work the big lug through with the blindness or darkness spell that Beobar has to get us through the rocks.
So let's do one thing real quick. Let's do this. Okay. The main danger that you have in this remote, isolated wilderness at the mountaintop would be someone else coming through the portal.
Oh,
Right.
yeah.
There are five portals here, 5 stones that it's a nexus of the planes. That being said, it's not that common for people to come through. So you are able to keep in mind you're all at 2 levels of exhaustion. So
Yeah.
you are able to take your first long rest in fresh air in the above world where you have fire, you have warmth. Beobar has, since I made him a druid instead of just a creature, he now has, where is this thing? This thing
Oh yeah.
is basically a place that he can create for you all to take a long rest, which keeps you warm. It's a little bit like the Liam's tiny hut that we were talking about before. So your first night passes in relative comfort, safety, and warmth.
Yeah.
Who would like to roll 2d4 to recover stress?
I would.
Janelle.
Please.
Everyone recovers 5 points of stress.
Yay.
So -5 to whatever your total is. In the morning of the next day, you've eaten. Mark off another day's rations, or else you could have used the staff to make good berries. But you've eaten, you've rested, you've slept, you've recovered a little bit. Like I said, fresh air and sunlight has done wonders for you. Everybody can make a survival roll.
And so we can hit long rest, right?
Yeah, go ahead and hit long rest. Let me do that for Baby B.
And everyone rolls survival.
Yes, please.
And we're clicking long rest. Okay.
Is that you, Kitty, with the 8?
Yeah.
You
No,
guys-
that's I have a. Oh, where am I? Yeah, I am. I'm an 8.
Okay. You, none of you can really work out where you might be on the prime material plane. You just know you're in a mountain range, but you don't see any, landmarks that you can discern that you can kind of think about. I will say that all of your spells are available to you and all of your resources. So if you have any questions,
So should we go back to the Underdark and try the other prime material plane one?
well, okay. So Hoots, you do know 2 on the prime material plane. You know the other mountaintop and west of Horstal. You've been to those.
That I would
By
want
drawing
to.
her thing. Or his thing.
Yeah, you can cast the spell from here and transport to either one of the 2 that you already know.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna recommend.
Okay.
That would be good.
Would you like to do that?
Yes.
Okay, to the mountaintop or to west of Horstal? I will remind you, you've never been to Horstal. You you flew over in the wyvern that you took from the ship, and then you decided to go to the place of power rather than to the town. So you don't actually know much about it.
Would that be a good option, guys? It's a town that we can lay low in.
I vote Horstal, but if everyone
Horstal.
else votes other, it's okay.
Then
Yeah.
Okay, mark
Horstal,
off the 5th
Horstal.
level spell, Hoots. and we will go to the big map.
I want to know what this mountaintop area was.
You may figure it out. Hoots, on your here, can everybody see where I'm pinging?
Yes.
I am on the token layer. Just to the west of Kings Bay, that little half moon, you guys arrive at a place of power. And this is the one that Boots originally led you to, way back when you were little baby adventurers.
Right? That was so long ago.
It is crazy.
So it is a not incredibly difficult task. Yeah, to travel to around the peninsula, back through the forest. Eventually you find the road where you fought the wyvern, if you guys recall. And you travel to a small town in the Mornay faction. So
House Mornay backing Brand Weaver.
yes, so there has been some progress of late. And it looks like as you approach the town of Horstal, there is a little bit of a fuss in that evidently the steward king of Moonshay has been overthrown, and the kingship is back up for grabs. And we are essentially, the human lands are at war with the Dragonborn Isles. Yeah, yep. So a lot of stuff has been happening while you guys were in the Underdark.
Yeah, I see. The Citadel traveled north.
The long and the short of it is that as you enter Horstal, you may or may not find that your wanted posters are up, but that no one is interested in doing the bidding of Dragonborn anymore. If there are any issues, it's that Manon, being a Dragonborn, does catch a few eyes. So what would you like to do?
Okay. I think we should go to an inn and pay handsomely to be left alone for 9 days.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Okay, so your plan is to basically be as generous as you need to be to avoid
attracting
Detection
attention.
or being bothered.
Okay, I feel like you can pull that off.
Did we figure out what your tracking device is? Either one of you. Tracking device. We got rid of Malgani.
Did you guys? Where did my book go?
Okay, you guys talk about that. I'll be right back.
Yeah. I don't remember it being a problem anymore. I'm sure he'll tell us.
Because that is like finally rest, wyvern.
Yeah.
I feel like it was because it's something that she did to Malgani, not necessarily us.
That is
Oh,
true.
Malgani had that compass that pointed to me, but we have that compass now.
True. Okay.
So
Don't know if the compass is cursed.
Like
That
you're.
I think it is, but it doesn't affect us.
Okay.
So
Because we're not the ones cursed with it. Got it.
Yeah, we're not wanting to use it. Well, we could use it if we ever
Right.
want to find Manon again.
Yeah.
yeah.
And maybe I have that. Just need to make sure who has that right now. Compass to Manon, I do. Okay, perfect.
Heavens to Murgatroyd.
Okay, I'm gonna say that for 25 gold pieces, you are able to acquire lodging in a medium quality inn on the outskirts of town without attracting too much attention. You tipped the barman to keep you fed and left alone. and you have now acquired lodging. What would you like to do next?
Perfect. We took the 25 gold out of our bank.
Cool.
Do we want to do this out? Like, what's the weather like? What time of day is it?
Let me look up. Well, this will be
I just
day and a half later from when you came from the Underdark. So I'm going to call up the calendar real quick.
Yeah.
well, I don't think the weather. I just don't know if we are we able to like is Thrax able to move back inside? Like I also don't know that people are gonna like that we're raising him if we do it out where people can see.
Yeah, can we just do it in a room?
I think we should just do it in the room.
Mhm.
It is Monday, December 2nd, by the time you acquire lodging and get yourselves another long rest and recover another 5 points of stress.
Yay!
And yeah, for what it's worth, as I said, this is some of the most powerful magic that you can call upon.
I think we should just do it in the room, and then we don't have to worry about moving him back. If when he comes back,
Mhm.
he can just stay in bed. We can feed him, take care of him, and go from there.
I agree.
For this, if we're in, how big is the room?
Well, I would assume that you guys would have tried to get a larger one that would be like, I just lost everybody.
Went out.
That was
Right.
weird.
Now
Yeah.
there you go. You're back now, Ken.
Yeah, we had a little lock up there. I would assume that you guys sort of knew what was coming. So do you recall that I said that a lot of times like these are not like modern hotels where you have a room and you would have like a common area that has a bunch of cots in it. For the sake of this, I would say that you guys can have let the entire thing. So you have as much room as you want.
Perfect.
You know, probably a 15 by 10 or 12 foot room with enough room for like 6 cots in it, and a wood burning stove, and a door that you can lock. It's a crude lock, but nonetheless, you can have some measure of privacy. But yeah, it is sparse, you know, kind of Spartan lodgings, but again, it's got everything you need: shelter, warmth, and a reasonable amount of security. But the lands in general around you, you know, picture it's the dead of winter, days are short. There was evidently, as you gain more insight over the day and a half that you've been here gathering supplies, doing whatever you want to do, you have discovered that in the same arena where you were part of the Boodles concert, it seems like about a week and a half or 10 days after that, there was to be an execution of traitorous guards that the new king and queen had discovered these traitors. But during
Bruce.
the execution, and you find out it had nothing to do with any centaurs.
Okay, good.
These were king's guards that were accused of being traitors. Some people showed up and attacked the queen and killed her. The dragonborn that were there, Queen Stronix and Lilith the Herald, took this action as an attack upon themselves and declared war against the human lands of the Moonshae Isles. The dwarves that were there have backed one of the humans who has a legitimate claim to the throne, one Brand Weaver, and many of the houses. This particular faction, House Mornay, also backs Brand Weaver, but the houses are generally split between one Steo Hammerville and Brand Weaver. They were known to have. It turns out that this Brand Weaver and this Steo, along with a white dragonborn or a silver dragonborn named Leonidas, who you know, Manon, they're the ones that killed the queen. And it turns out that the queen was in fact a Yuan-ti, a snake woman. So there's these rumors are flying around, and all of this is happening. So there's a lot for people to be concerned about, and nobody is taking too much notice of your little band in this space, right? Okay. As I said, it is now December 2nd. You've had a day and a half to kind of gather supplies and do what you will. So what supplies and actions would you take over the day and a half?
So I want to, because for the Raise the Dead, it says that if they're poisoned, like that comes back into effect.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm assuming he's poisoned since he was with the spider. So I'd like to use Lesser Restoration on him.
Okay. So let's back it up a little bit more, Katie. So you asked Beobar to release him from the amber?
Oh.
Yes, he has
I
to
guess
do
so.
a word, or he has to say something, which we've never heard him talk, so that's going to be interesting.
DM's privilege, he makes a sign.
Nice. I like that.
Good call, Chenille. Good call.
Yeah, you're trying.
Okay, so
I
think
back it
I'd
up
like
a little
to
bit.
get-
Let's lean into this a little bit, and you describe to me before he even comes out of the amber, what would you have done to prepare the space?
I would want to put like a white sheet, like nice clean sheet over one of the cots.
Okay.
If only I had candles I could set up around there, but
I was
don't
just about
seem
to say
have any of those.
Beobar produces the missing
candle.
said candles.
Oh, I've been waiting for that.
So you're setting up the room. Imagine, Manon, you're setting up the sheet, and Hoots and Kitty are kind of helping. And I imagine there's sort of a somber mood in the room as you've kind of gone out into town. Maybe you sent Kitty to buy the said sheets. Let's just mark off 100 gold pieces for everything that you might say that you want. Some drapery, the sheet, even more candles. But, as you're setting up the candles that Kitty just recently bought, like Beobar tugs on your skirts, Manon, and hands you the candles.
Oh.
With his little sad face.
Thanks, baby bee. Thanks for keeping these safe for me.
He seems pleased with himself.
Yeah.
Using prestidigitation, I create, all the candles to be aflame. They all.
So imagine you've got this white, these new clean white linen sheets, sort of a drapery in the. Where is this cot located relative to the room?
Probably just in the middle if it's only us in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you set the candles up all around. What else? If anything, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just asking.
I want to set down my little tanker. His and mine's tankard.
Okay.
Next to him.
Okay. So at this stage, have you called him out of the amber? Yeah.
I think now it's time to call him out.
Okay, so Beobar, actually, Kitty, you've got the amber.
I hand the amber over to Beobar.
So he puts it in his little paws and he carries it over to the bed and puts it right in the center of the sheet. And then he kind of kneels down, his tail twitching, and he makes a little hand sign over the amber. And there's a soft glow of yellow light. And then momentarily after
get that a little bit more curly with just the wet and the curl, like Tiffany could do it too. Yeah, see, it's like that. Do you see that? Yeah.
It's annoying.
It's
okay,
pretty.
I'm back. All right, sorry about that.
It's okay.
Manon, you were saying you were going to clean the webs off of him?
Yep. And probably the dried blood. I'm assuming there's all that. So
there's an entire process.
Make him look nice.
Right. There's an entire process, I imagine, of just kind of dressing the wounds. And now we've come to the part where you can cast Lesser Restoration and relieve the poison conditioned. At least that.
So we'll do that.
Okay. So mark off that spell. And then how do you imagine this this ritual sort of commences?
So do I cast the spell and then each of us does the ritual to make it
I think that's probably the best way to do it.
I'm gonna put it
It
in the
kind of
chat.
depends
so-
on sort of how you guys envision that your contribution going.
So I think we want to lay. I think we have diamond dust, right, Chenille?
We have diamonds.
Okay. So we should put like a diamond on his like chest or something
Okay.
You can take one
because
of
we
the
have that.
diamonds.
We need that for the
Yeah.
spell. Uh-huh.
Yeah. So mark those off.
Which one? The one that's worth 50 or the one that's worth 100 gold pieces?
Mark
That-
off both of them, and
Both.
then you will need to convert another 350 gold pieces into diamonds, which you will have had time to do because you're in town.
Perfect.
Okay, Matt. Yep. No,
Or just
totally
mark off
get
a
it.
moonstone. Just mark off a moonstone.
Okay, thank you. I'm like my brain. Okay, I'm marking off a moonstone,
Okay.
and then what am I adding to? That's it.
You're not adding anything. It's just a
Okay.
conversion. So you
Okay,
you
perfect.
basically went and exchanged it for diamonds of equal
Awesome.
value. Okay.
Good.
So
All right, those are
I
done.
just want
Kitty's a
to
bit of a wreck.
note that during all of this, like I am not speaking, I'm not saying like very bare minimum. Like I'm not interacting with you guys at all. Like I'm just very like withdrawn. Just to paint the picture.
Aw.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
I would want to be close to Thrax, regardless. I have my tanker right beside him, and he has his. I decide to sit my owl butt down with my feet out like this, and I just start with the melody and start
Okay.
playing next to him.
So you're playing music. Okay, I love it. Okay. And Kitty, so Hoots is a little melancholy and definitely sentimental. Manon is extremely withdrawn and seems to be like in a business state. What is Kitty like?
Kitty is crisscrossed applesauce, sitting next to his head, and she kind of like pawing at his mohawk
Mhm.
and just like brushing the hair away from his face.
Okay. Okay. And the time has come where you feel that the conditions will not improve. So, just to remind you, the difficulty that is facing Thrax will be for a single D20 roll without modification.
gosh.
Is a 12 difficulty, right?
Mhm.
So, who would you guys like to make that roll?
I'm not making it.
So is it anybody has
Bye.
the same chance of rolling the die, right?
I will do it if you guys want me to, but I don't want to deprive one of you if you want to do it.
I mean, I'll do it if you guys don't want to do
Yeah,
it.
I still think that there's a lot that we can do to improve.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Like
He just wants to know who's gonna roll the
I
dice.
just want to know who's going to roll.
When the
I'll
time
roll the
comes.
die.
Okay, so Kitty will do.
I'll do it.
So Chenille will do the roll. So that roll is unmodified, but you guys can contribute something. Each of you can contribute something to Thrax to help him come home or come back. And if you're successful in that endeavor, you can reduce his difficulty by up to 3 points. Okay? So depending on what those things are, and again, I'm not going to like make suggestions or whatever. I'm just putting it out there for you. Those also come with a difficulty. Those difficulties can be overcome potentially with heroic dice or inspiration. So let's say Kitty, you're like, I'm gonna punch him in the face because he liked getting hit in real life. It's just not a good idea. Like I'm just saying, and I'd say, okay, well you need to beat a 12 on your persuasion roll, and you roll a 4, and you're like, I want to use my inspiration. Okay, you can roll again. Does that make sense?
What about it does, but I can't use luck.
You can use luck. You can use anything for that one, just not
Perfect.
for the,
Okay.
just not for the final.
Not for the
roll.
final.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. So this is a little bit like the concert. Like who wants to go first and how do you want to go about it? I'm saying that Manon I picture like the spell you put it in the chat. The
Yeah, I put it in
casting
the
time
chat.
takes an hour. I'm going to say your prep time took 8 hours. You were sort of
Yeah.
really taking your time and setting this up. How do you? So Kitty's sitting at Thrax's head. Hoots, you're sitting to the, I guess, Thrax's left, on his left hand side, with your tankers in front of you playing the music. Manon, where are you? What are you doing?
So if like Hoots is on one side of him, um,
Do you want to take
I'm
the
probably
right?
standing on the other side of him. Yeah.
Okay, so I kind of picture that this is more like a cot, so it's on the ground. So I picture like you'd be kneeling, right?
Yeah, and I'm holding his hand.
Okay, so you're holding his hand, and you begin to pray, and it's like a whispering, draconic language, praying to the Bahamut, like conducting the spell that you have achieved this power through your adventures, through your experiences. So go ahead and mark off a 5th level spell slot,
Okay.
and
And
we
I would
are now in the spell. So at this stage, in general, Kitty, what is it that you intend to do? Just like generally,
Sing a song.
you're gonna sing a song.
Yeah. Well, I'm not gonna like sing it. It's more like
Okay.
a poem in my
Okay.
mind.
Okay. And Hoots, what do you intend to do?
With my lyre or my lute, I want to sing out loud
Mm-hmm.
a song dedicated to him.
Okay. Okay. So I feel like both of those things can happen in this room. And who would like to go first?
I know. I might go first. Mine's a tearjerker a little bit.
I feel like
it won't
Hoots
take too
would be
long.
first. Yeah.
Okay.
Not obviously knowing what Disney or Hercules song is,
Oh.
but going the distance.
Hmm.
Would be the song that I
Oh.
chose for Thrax. And oh my god. Hoots with his little voice. You have often dreamed of a far off place where a hero's welcome would be waiting for you, where the crowds will cheer when they see your face, and a voice keeps saying, this is where you're meant to be. You'll be there someday. You can go the distance. Oh, you will find a way. If you can be strong, you'll know every mile would be worth your while. When you go the distance, you'll be right where you belong. So yeah.
Oh my
so
god.
I don't see how I can put a difficulty on that.
I was gonna say, I think that's just
I think that just works.
Yeah.
He was a farm boy and just he was meant for something great.
I think roll a persuasion and beat a 5.
is that her
That's her difficulty.
yeah.
Normal roll?
Just your persuasion. I believe you have a charisma bonus.
Okay. Persuasion, beat a 5.
So you got 10. You're good.
Yay.
You finish the song. There's not a dry eye in the house. And Kitty, you feel that the time is appropriate for you to do what you can to influence the outcome.
Yes. And that rendition like brought Kitty to tears. So she's not going to follow it up with the butchered down version of a song that she was going to try.
Okay.
She's going to do something else. So she's going to take a few of Thrax's things that she's been holding on to
Okay.
and lay them next to him. She's first going to take his javelin and put it underneath his hand so
Okay.
that his hand's kind of resting on top of it where he would normally hold it. And then she's going to take Thrax's journal and set it to his other side with his palm on top of that, laying on the ground. And then she is going to hover closely over his face and then whisper slightly only so that the others can barely hear, but they maybe can get a sense of it, to say, I should have told you when you're around that you were the one that the compass was pointing to the whole time. You were my North Star and my heart, and I miss you. And then she's going to do uh, a switcheroo for the old Snow White story. So instead of the Prince Charming kiss me to wake up, it's going to be Kitty instead. And she'll lean over and give him a little peck and then
Okay.
look at a man on for nice.
Okay. So I feel like that is also Kitty expressing herself in a very forward way for her friends to see that. So that's like a big step for Kitty, I feel like.
Yeah.
So let's have you roll a persuasion check also, and let's have this be a 6.
Hello.
That's a huge success.
That's a huge.
Manon, please hold that thought. So go ahead and as you watch your friends appeal to Thrax, asking him to come back to his body, what does Manon say?
Is Baobar doing something?
I feel like Baobar is just leaned against Kitty's hip.
Okay.
He's just sort of, he understands the gravity of the situation, and he's just being unbelievably good.
There was a poem.
Well, I thought I would be a lot better doing this.
I didn't.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm just gonna, yeah. I'm gonna put my head on his chest, and just say, like, Thrax, good friend, I can't ask you to come back when you're with Bahamut, and I know the peace you're having right now. You were such a great friend, and I would love for you to join us again, but I can't put that pressure on you. And so whatever you decide to do, I'm okay with. And that's where I'm at.
You're gonna make me cry.
It was good.
It was great.
All of you. Okay. Manon, you feel at peace with your sense of right and wrong, your integrity, and as all of your eyes fill with tears and you think about your friend and what you've all experienced and been together, your vision is clouded by a white mist that eventually pales and reveals a mountain lake and a starlit sky that fills your mind and your hearts with wonder. There are colors that you've never seen before and beauty that you could not imagine. Does everybody see the lake on the screen?
God.
Yeah.
Like, holy damn.
In the distance, you see the white mist parts, and you see the lake, and you begin to walk slowly toward it without speaking to one another, or without conversation or thought. And in the distance, you see a small human boy and Thrax sitting by the lake, fishing in their straw hats. You respectfully come to a stop, watching this, feeling the distance between you. But in that moment, the boy looks over and sort of leans back and smiles, and Thrax turns and immediately drops his fishing pole and starts to walk toward you, his gait picking up speed as he approaches. And just by chance, Hoots, you're the first one he comes to. He scoops you up into a gentle bear hug. Little buddy, good to see you.
You big Thrax! Lovable, love you! Woo!
I heard you've been using your wand. That's good then.
Oh, no doubt. Oh my goodness. I definitely molted a whole lot. A whole lot.
You about got it figured out then.
Well, kinda here and there, but that doesn't matter.
I got no doubts in my mind that you'll get it. None at all. And then as he sort of hugs you and then lets you back down to your feet, he looks past your shoulder and sees Kitty. And then it's almost like you cease to exist as he stands up and begins to walk toward you, Kitty. As he walks slowly toward Kitty, all of his awkwardness is gone, along with all the scars that he bore in life. His teeth are straight. His tusk no longer juts through his upper lip. And there's an intensity about him as he stands before Kitty, looking deep into her eyes. He doesn't say anything. He steps closely to her and gently places a hand on either side of her face and leans in, drawing her close. But it's up to you whether or not you complete the kiss.
I was gonna put my hand up to his face too. So yes, and it unabashedly in front of the group, like it was always meant to happen. And then that's it.
You have now kissed the love of your life in heaven. And so there are few things that can compare to that, and probably nothing or any words that I can say that would do justice to it. But as you break apart, he says, Kitty, I hope you ain't mad at me for what I done. I thought it was the right thing.
You did the thing that all of us would have done in your shoes. I could never be mad at you. And we aren't either.
That's good. And he gives you a hug. And then he, holding your hand, he reaches back to Hoots to take your hand and walks toward Manon. And he says, Manon.
Yes, Thrax.
You was right to try to save me. You wouldn't be you if you didn't try. And Manon, when you met Thrax, his purpose, the point of your relationship was that you were his commander and his leader, and he did what you would say without hesitation. But in this moment, you left the choice with him and didn't implore or impeach or command him. And in that way, you have decreased his difficulty. And so you have all been successful in your attempt to bring him home. And so now we come to the roll. But Manon,
Yeah.
would you please open envelope number 1?
Oh, she has the envelopes?
She has an envelope that has an instruction in it. I just didn't want you guys to think that I was like...
That's awesome.
I'm opening it. Oh. Thrax has advantage on his resurrection roll.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's because you...
You want me to read why?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Because Kitty kisses Thrax Sleeping Beauty style.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, the difficulty has been reduced to 3. and you get to roll 2d20, and as long as one of them is a 3 or higher, this is successful.
A 2d20.
All right. I want it before
Normal,
you do that.
right?
So,
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
it's just this the dice. There's no modifications to it. I want to be as likely as it is that this is going to succeed. I want to make sure we're all going to be okay if it doesn't.
We won't be okay.
We have 2 okays and 1 not okay. Then are you sure you want to do the roll?
But okay.
Yeah, I have
Okay.
to be.
Okay. So you can either roll them both at the same time, or you can roll them one at a time.
We're doing them at the same time.
Okay.
All right, drum roll.
3 or better.
Okay.
Yay.
Woo!
Both
Okay.
were under 12.
Yeah.
So, Hoots, he's got your hand, and he kind of like looks down at you, and he kind of scoops you up and pops you up on his shoulder, and then he puts his arm around Kitty, and the 3 of you find yourselves sort of looking over his shoulder at the boy with the hat, who's standing watching all of this with a fishing pole over his shoulder, smiling. And Thrax says, "Mount on.
Yes, Thrax.
What the hell are we waiting for?"
Let's go home. But I would
And-
like to bow to Bahamut before we leave.
And in the lake, you see a platinum reflection sort of wink at you as the
Oh, that's
white
cool.
mist again covers all of your vision, and one by one you open your eyes back in the dingy inn, feeling all the more lowly and common, despite the candles and the white linen. And you're holding Thrax's hand. Hoots, you have a sharp intake of breath, and Kitty, you hear Thrax, and his eyes kind of flutter open. His body is weakened. His scars are back. His tooth is still fucked up. His hair is spiky, and his eyes flutter weakly as he Chanel, you okay?
Yeah, I'm here.
His eyes flutter weakly as he reaches his hand up and asks you to come close to him. He barely has the strength to whisper, but he says, "Thanks, Kitty. I didn't want to be the only asshole in heaven." And then he passes out. And I feel like we have to take a break at that point.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yay!
guys did
We
it.
did it.
Oh my gosh.
We can accomplish anything. This is awesome.
Oh, you guys. Oh,
Not letting that happen again.
that was
I'm
amazing.
not letting
No.
the bug out of my sight now that I'm a mature owl.
And you got your wand.
Yeah.
Okay.
All this just to get an NPC back.
just to get an NPC back. Okay.
I love it.
Not just an NPC, no sir.
How was that for everybody? Was that all right? Yeah.
Mhm.
I feel pretty good about it. You all right, Katie? Did your
Yeah,
internet
I'm
lock up?
losing
I think-
you
I
guys.
think
I'm
we're
Oh
broke.
yeah, okay. I was about to say I couldn't tell either. The way
We
your
just
face
got
froze.
you. Yeah, we just lost her. She was just frozen. Oh my god. Okay.
That was fun.
Oh my god. Okay. I was stressed. I was physically.
Mhm.
I would have felt
Okay.
really bad for you if we didn't get him back, because the emotion that you were gonna have to get from all 3 of us would have been hard.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, but he's back. Weakened at 9 levels of exhaustion, but back. So yeah.
Woo.
Let's take a 5-minute break and reconvene at 9:05. Okay.
Whew.
Yeah, it's official. If you're crying, I have to cry because I just can't. You're too adorable of a crier, and I just
I was totally fine until Hoot sang, and I was like, I am not
Oh,
okay
God.
anymore.
She was so
do
good.
that with a straight face. I was like, okay.
Ugh.
Like I can either sing, which what I really intended to do, and then also had the poem that I didn't know if we wanted to all come
Mhm.
together, because I just was like, oh shoot, I didn't get to like prepare or ask you guys what were you doing or anything. So I wanted
I
to
love the
create,
song.
yeah.
Yeah, it
Now
was
that
really
Ken
good.
was here, there was, something that I forwarded to just Katie and Chenille, that what we were gonna do was like a poem. But I'm glad that we did the route that we did. It made it more heartfelt.
Yeah, you guys almost broke me. uh, I feel a lot of. I feel kind of emotionally drained at this stage.
I know, I'm
I
so
really do.
tired.
I'm like, oh man.
Let's
Now
see
I'm gonna have poofy eyes all day tomorrow because I cried tonight.
I'm so sorry.
I want to see if I can't post the poem in the chat, or just say it.
Or
But
put it in the Zoom chat. I think the Zoom
yeah,
chat
that
is better
too. I'm gonna try.
for big stuff.
Oh, why are we on this map?
Why wouldn't you be?
Oh, well, it's just zoomed in on Queen Stronix and the Herald, or
No, that's just the way
not
it
the Herald,
works.
Lilith. Oh, okay.
The- your fake grandmother.
Yeah, fake ass bitches.
You are here.
Okay.
I kind
Got
of
it.
feel like, all right, so here's the bummer of it. The Citadel is moving 1 to 3 hexes per day, depending on the winds. So if you take the full 9 days, there's a good chance it will make it. Do you guys know where it's going?
No.
I'm assuming to Lilith.
It's up to no good.
Up to no good.
While it's traveling, it's going to eradicate the places of power. The more north it goes, the more we're not going to have the ability to teleport out that way. But it looks like it's making its way to God's Helm, which is close to the Owlin home.
I say, or is it,
that's
yeah, going to the Owlin home?
Well, there's
it's
2
one,
Allen
two,
homes
three,
off
Well-
to the left.
Think about what you know.
Ah,
What did it already destroy? Apart
Airy?
from you don't know, Aries unclear, but it definitely
Oh.
destroyed
That place
the
of power.
the
And the cat.
Vigilance,
Yeah.
the Tabaxi home.
Mhm.
Who is behind Lilith and Alamir?
is
The Spider Queen
Spider
who
Queen.
hates all tabaxis.
So what is up north there?
The I will figure it out, I promise.
Hang on a sec. Am I on the right map?
There's a dragon's home.
the Oaks by the sea.
Oh. Is that where you get your rogues powder, Chenille?
Yes.
Okay.
But like, I mean, just to get rid of it, just because of that. Let me go to the little thing and see. Rumor, let's see. Home
Well,
of
if
the
they're getting rid of-
Tabaxis exists a part of the flipped. Oh yeah. Independent not typically have leaders. So yeah, it's a home of Tabaxi. We're already on the island. Humans were born today. Okay, so if they're trying to get rid of all the tabaxi, does that mean because she's trying to get rid of anything that could be a part of the cat lord. So she's hoping if she destroys all of the oaks by the sea or locations of tabaxi, it'll get rid of them. Or she'll capture them or whatever she's trying to do. Fair? Is that it?
I
Yeah.
think so.
Logic.
Seems
through.
reasonable.
What she doesn't know is a few of them aren't even on this plane. But you need all of them to get the cat lord back. So, here's a thought. Just putting it out there. If we want to go get 2 other part of the tabaxis that are part of the Cat Lord, we have to go to another plane. Two different planes. It would be the Shadowfell and the Fairy World. But I don't know if we want to go after the Owlin guy with the wand hoops, or I just don't know what our main goal should be. You know what I mean?
I
Is getting
think
the
our
Cat
main
Lord together?
goal.
hmm
I think our main goal is to get rid of Alamir, because that was what I was told to do from Bahamut.
Originally.
Mhm.
Okay.
And while he controls the Citadel, it's just coasting and it's just like a giant beam. There's something that, if I can recall, on the Citadel, there is a portion to where, like the Death Star, I just need to find this one little spot,
hmm
blow it up with the wand, and the Citadel is poof.
That gives, that's one less thing that she has in her arsenal.
Mhm.
Okay.
So can Thrax travel like by boat while he's healing up, or do we? Because we have to wait the 9 days, right?
Well, are we gonna teleport once he's ready?
I'm gonna do this real quick. And let me go.
Or am I able to use like mass cure wounds to help him with exhaustion? Or
He just needs bed rest. He's obviously, the second you guys bring up any kind of thing, he's gonna be like, "Let's go," you know him.
Mhm.
Do you guys have any notional idea of what your next move is going to be?
we could go say Bruno.
No, not you two.
Oh,
It's literally Bruce.
dang it! I've always said Bruno. Bruce.
I've deliberately started using like basic names, the stupid names that they come up with. Flagastock.
I love it though. It's so much fun.
Unbelievable.
Okay. Now that I finally have access to read the letter, the Citadel of Alamir. My dearest Hoots, I am so sorry that you have been drawn into this battle. Please note that the young age, burden, and be good or evil. You have always feared Alamir with good reason. He is more dangerous than any of us ever knew. Here lately, he has seen his plans come to fruition, something so dangerous and terrible that I could scarcely imagine such a thing. He has overseen the construction of a fortress of immense power, where he gathered around himself many servants of evil, which I am afraid will be unleashed onto our innocent world by combining the elemental power from the planes of earth, air, fire, and water. This citadel has been empowered to fly. It will shortly be capable of bringing destruction and death, and no one will be safe from its power. Yet all is not lost while you are still alive. Alamir enslaved many species to construct his weapon. He could not completely control them all. And their captivity and servitude they resisted, bringing into the fortress a weakness which could destroy it. But you must travel quickly as you're able to Erie and find my lifelong friend Cersei Dustfeathers. She will be able to interpret the following diagrams and formulas so that she may relieve you of this quest and save our kind from Alamir's evil. So we need the assistance of Cersei Dustfeathers and to figure out what Alamir has captured.
Well, Cersei already gave us the we already saw.
Mm-hmm.
So did she give us the diagrams in
She
Magic?
interpreted them, and that's where you learned that the Citadel is basically empowered by the Orb of Storms, which is was created at the same time as Hoots' wand, but that there's a tiny crack in it that is vulnerable to thunder damage, and so Hoots, in theory, if he can get to the orb, should be able to destroy it.
Well, let's go get that orb.
Okay.
Let's do it.
So your most your pressing issue now is Thrax's weakened condition. But Manon, will you look at 5th level cleric spells?
Yeah.
There's a way out of this.
The mass cure wounds?
No. 5th level. Is that a 5th level?
Yeah.
What other 5th level spells do you see there?
Where? Do you have me on?
Might help you. You can all look if you want.
5th level. Commune, contagion, dispel good and evil, flame strike, Geas, greater restoration, hollow, insect plague, legend lore,
Do you want me to look? I can look too if you want.
Lanar, binding, raise dead, and scrum.
What of all those sounds like it might be useful for Thrax in this?
What page?
Maybe greater restoration.
Yeah, why don't you read that?
Oh yeah, greater restoration.
Yes.
So we could have the timing.
Ooh.
Well, you could have the time, but also you are now 10th level, so you could cast it twice per day.
Oh. Okay. Let's do
So
that.
you could do
That's
that.
cool. Yeah.
And that would give you essentially 4 days to try to you'd have 4 days of downtime to try to think of what you want to do, what else you want to do.
And we have 3 diamonds we could use for the diamond dust.
Okay. So mark those off and then mark off another 300 gold pieces from some other source. Yeah.
Got it. So you want all 3 and then.
Yeah, because she's going to be
300
casting it
from
twice per
somewhere else.
day. Yeah. Okay.
I'd have to break down one of the sapphires.
You got to do it.
Do it.
Okay.
Do it.
Okay.
Okay. And you needed another 300? I'm sorry, I want to make sure I got the math right.
Yes, 300 additional.
Thank
Now, I will tell you all that Thrax has changed his path. Before he was a path of the Berserker, but now he has died and been brought back through the power of the Platinum Dragon. So he has changed his barbarian path to Path of the Zealot, which means that I think that makes a lot more sense for Thrax under these conditions. So he now will be Divine Fury. Starting when you're at 3rd level, you can channel Divine Fury into your weapon strikes. So when he's raging, he can add 1d6 of radiant damage. Fanatical Focus, starting at 6th level. If you fail a saving throw while raging, you can re-roll it. And then he is also Warrior of the Gods. If a spell is cast, such as Raise Dead, has a sole effect of restoring you to life, the caster doesn't need material components. So if he ever dies again, he's easier to bring back.
The Warrior of the Gods.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay. So having said all of that, I'm going to offload Thrax onto you guys for his, just like I've been doing with Beobar.
Mm-hmm.
So essentially, I would like to who would like to roll for Thrax most of the time? I feel like he's pretty simple. He mostly rages and smacks things.
Then I can do that.
So I'd rather you play Beobar because he's got Kitty, because he's got spells and Kitty doesn't have spells.
Got it.
So then you can pick up a little bit of that cognitive load. And Hoots, you've got a lot of spells and a lot of like sorcery and meta magic and all that stuff is kind of hard. So Thrax is pretty simple. So I feel like that's pretty fair. And then Katie, Manon's like a little bit of both. So for now, just stick with Manon, and then there may be something else in the past. But would you guys like to talk about your 4 days of downtime and what you might try to accomplish in those 4 days?
In the 4 days, I did. Okay, so Manon is now level 10. Kitty, like, did we all just get a level up, or
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like this is a major accomplishment to bring a fallen comrade back to life.
I am going to be practicing
Yeah.
my musician skills now, so I
Mhm.
will now be a sorcerer bard.
No kidding.
I am going to
You're
take
That's cool.
class into bard.
That is cool. Okay. You
Um,
start with Bardic Inspiration right out of the gate.
Uh-huh.
Love it. Okay.
The song for Thrax really moved me to a more musical passion.
I dig it, man. Okay. I love it. Okay, so you start off with Bardic Spellcasting and Bardic Inspiration, and you're going to have to give me time to figure out how that multi-classing is going to work for
Okay.
you. But yeah, awesome. Okay. So you'll be going that. I'm assuming, Manon, you're sticking with Cleric?
Yeah.
Okay. Kitty, Ranger, or Thief?
Rogue.
Still just on the rogue path, huh?
Yeah. Do
Okay.
it.
Down to 8 lives or 7 lives left.
And what do I
How do you
get
even
by
get
going
up
to
and
7?
face the day with
I
only
know,
7
right?
spare lives?
It's really difficult, I must say. I just give life. I have lives. It's all groovy. I am immortal. I'm a god. If you do not recall,
Thanks for reminding us.
you guys should be reminded at least once a game. Uh,
Okay, cool.
do I pick a feat? What do I do for a level 7 rogue god?
I think we're luckily in the middle of things. Let's see. You get evasion.
Get what?
You get evasion. Are you 7th level? 3rd level ranger, 7th level rogue? Number
Yep.
1, your sneak attack damage goes up by 1d6 to 4d6.
Yeah.
And then you get evasion. Beginning at 7th level, you can nimbly dodge out of the way of certain area of effects, such as a red dragon's fiery breath or an ice storm spell. When you are subjected to an effect that allows you to make a dexterity saving throw to take only half damage, you instead take no damage if you succeed on the saving throw, and only half damage if you fail.
Nice.
Jackass.
I'll change. Haha.
Okay.
Each day you cast Greater Restoration on Thrax twice, and he gains strength each day. Each day you sort of observe the goings on in the town of Horstal, and I feel like you would definitely be spending time looking for shops to purchase things, and as such, let me just check something here real quick.
I want to purchase some candles to give back to Baobar.
That's awesome. Baobar wants you to have them so that he can steal them later.
So I just want to leave him like poking out of my pocket a little bit extra.
To entice him.
To
Yes.
just taunt him. Okay.
Yes, absolutely. Good idea. Okay, great. So I kind of feel like we're in this space where you guys are figuring out your next steps when
No.
when I just want to give you guys space for you to do anything you want to do, potentially moving the story in a different direction. But if for the next 4 days you don't have anything specific that you're trying to do, then I'll go ahead and say what happens next.
Oh, I just want to catch Thrax up on the adventures. Like me being like his little brother, I have my tankard and I'm trying to give him like some alcohol too, or sneaking it past Katie when she's trying to restore and just like smacks my hand, no alcohol. Like give him like his little alcohol, and I'm like, you should have seen it. Like we've done this and this and this and this, and I'm just so excited. And I just catch him up on the whole details of like what we faced, what we had encountered. I'm sure he's just like, oh.
He is either highly enthusiastic or snoring.
Yes.
But he tires kind of quickly, but each day his strength is returning, like I said, rapidly. and on the afternoon of the fourth day, he is ready to travel, and as are you. So, what would be your method?
I let everybody know about, my known locations on the teleportation circles that, we would need to travel more north. If we have any idea how to get further north, we can ask caravans inside intel, try to fly as fast as our little wings can carry, or go investigate the mountaintop again and try to figure out if we're even close.
So you don't have any places of power north that you know of?
No, it would just be this Horsal, and then the place of
Back-
power over by the Glade of the Cat
Okay.
Lord, and that's more
Yeah.
south.
Okay.
We can go back to the high mountain ranges of Old Winter and see if that gives us a.
I don't know how we would get back
Yeah.
because we'd have to go back to that place side of town. Well, we could just start flying on my dragon. I don't think it's gonna get us super far.
That's another.
It can fly for 12 hours.
I think.
And
that
it
might be
can
faster.
do 2 hexes, so we can go 24 hexes, which that is a lot. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, 13, 14, 15. Oh, we can get all the way to north with that, baby. Let's do it.
Okay, so the plan is to summon the figurine of wondrous power and fly north, either to intercept the citadel, or to try to get to Oaks by the Sea ahead of it. What do you guys
Oh, I feel like we should go to I think we should go to Oaks by the Sea because Charlemagne and them might be there already, and it would probably help to attack the citadel with help.
Or to warn
Yeah,
them.
and then I can get us more rogues.
And to warn them.
too.
Yeah. Yep, good call.
Yeah.
Warning them. That
Sure,
too.
sure.
Okay.
Okay.
I figured that was just a given.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. So I will prepare for you guys to fly to Oaks by the Sea next game, and have something ready, and I'll get your levels sorted out. Like I said, Hoots, we gotta. It gets a little more complicated with multi-class spellcasters, but I'll figure it out. I promise. How's everybody set for April Fool's Day?
I can't do next week.
Okay.
Oh, gotcha.
April 8th?
I should be able to do that one, but like Chanel, I'd be from a hotel room, which is fine.
Okay.
But that should work for me.
Where are you going to be that
for...
you'll be in a hotel room?
Las Vegas.
Lost Wages. What are you doing there?
Lost
An art.
wages. I just got that.
Is it a work thing?
An arson. Yeah,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
for the arson investigation conference.
Oh, man.
Are you getting 2 queens? Do you need a buddy to come work remotely with you?
Oh, actually, that wouldn't be too shabby, huh?
Who's that, Tiffany?
Oh, it was my cat, Tally.
Cute.
Yeah, so I have a feline of my own.
Oh.
She wanted to say hi.
She's cute.
She is.
I love it.
She's like a little mini Baelbar.
Yeah.
Tabby.
Oh.
Without all the magic powers. Or maybe just different magic powers. Okay, so you guys, I'll see what I can figure out, and we'll shoot for the 8th. So let me know if anything changes. But good job tonight. I'm emotionally drained and exhausted.
I know.
Nothing left.
I was like so good I'm like, it's fine. I'm just gonna tell him I'm not like doing a ritual. And then a hoot sang, and I'm like, oh no, oh no.
So many choked back tears.
I know. And Chenille was like freaking Fort Knox over there.
I was
Yes, she
trying.
was.
I was fine. I was fine. And then Katie started crying, and then I had a tear come through. But I was like, oh my God. Like,
Held it
guys, you're
together.
killing me.
Can can we give Hoots inspiration for singing that whole thing in Hoots's voice?
I completely could not agree more. Yes, please.
Oh, then I get 2 inspirations because I never even used my original one.
If you already have one, then you can pass it on to someone who doesn't have it.
Oh, I think everyone has it now.
Kitty,
Right?
you still have inspiration?
Kitty, you still have yours?
I don't have one.
You can.
Oh,
you
you
can-
used it this one?
No,
Use
I
it
have.
last
I
time.
mean,
Oh, yes, you
I
did.
used it, yeah, a while ago.
Oh yeah,
Um,
Okay.
absolutely.
So we'll continue with the at the end of the game, you guys could each give out 1 inspiration. So I would say that would kind of encourage you to use them when you have the opportunity. And but as a group, I would just say, yeah, Tiffany, just outstanding. Yeah, really cool.
Oh,
Really cool.
Great job.
Yeah. I almost felt like, well, I can't really put a difficulty on that. That kind of, you kind of put me in a box there.
It just fails.
no, it would have been worse. Like if it would have gone the other way, it would have been the dragon heart thing where I put stars up into the sky that looked like Thrax, and there's the whole theme about Draco, the dragon,
Oh my
just
god!
gone, the stars memorialized. And I would
And
just
then
been like,
and then I just quit.
more feels.
Just like I can't do this anymore.
But we have him, and we got a plan to
We
finally
got it.
bring down this Death Star boulder.
This Death Star boulder, yeah. You've seen through my clever plot ruse.
But no, there was someone important in this town.
Was there?
Yeah,
so.
there was a dwarf who sided favors with the next heir to the
Oh,
throne.
no. It's House Mornay.
House Mornay.
They have chosen chosen to back one of the 2 contenders. But that's from the other campaign.
Yeah, for another campaign.
Yeah, so you guys are in the same world, so what they did affected what you guys did. Yeah,
Alrighty.
it's complicated. So, all right. Good job, everybody.
Mhm.
I'm gonna stop recording.
Okay, me too.